This week's episode of the award-winning, multiple award-winning Here For It podcast is brought to you by Kente Cloth. The way that the girls in Congress got their Kente Cloth in formation to put on this Black Lives Matter performative piece was hilarious. It was even funnier for Mother Speaker Nancy Pelosi to take a knee that she knew damn well she couldn't get back up from.
Jail.
But I guess this is better than white silence. And so I'm absolutely here for some of it.
Well, they wouldn't pass a damn reformative bill when they got through. So, I mean,
yeah.
Another one.
Yeah. Let's hope it goes somewhere. I don't have much faith in that, but like I said, at least it's better than being completely silent. Which,
amen.
Some people should be silent right now, but they're not. I don't know what Justin Timberlake is doing. I don't know what Drew Brees was doing. B. Simone, girl.
That's your fave. That is your fave. I've had to watch so many of her videos.
I just some people should be silent.
And then she was talking about she gotta date an entrepreneur. She can't date no nigga with a 9 to 5. Girl, you broadcast a lot from your apartment, girl. Go sit down, literally on your couch.
Ooh, yeah. Silence is necessary for some people right now. Like you don't have the range. Some people to be speaking about these issues, and also no one is asking you questions. And so if no one's asking you questions, why are you speaking? You can meditate right now. So Kente Cloth, I'm absolutely here for. I've never seen so many white people in Kente Cloth in my life.
Not in one spot. You know, it's usually a person who got on the Alpha Kappa Alpha t-shirt, and you're like, okay, that's the one person who don't belong in the group. But then, like, when the whole room is full of people who you know not in the organization, like, what is going on here? They about to have a little coup.
They had Kente Cloth face masks. How much coordination did the girls have? Y'all was literally in formation. Y'all had face masks made for this day?
They gave the intern $100. They go down there to the flea market and get what you can.
And we gonna make it. Like I told the girls over on Patreon just a minute ago. You need something, make it at home.
There you go.
And if you are not a Patreon subscriber, you won't know what I'm talking about because you didn't get to hear that.
My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters. And of course, RonaldMatters.com.
I am the Superman, TheeSupaman, a.k.a. the Black Dominican, because there was some confusion this past week about Dominican being black.
He said the boat went the other way. Sir, it's one island.
I had words for that, but I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this on the internet. I'm not doing this on the internet. People are bored and dumb.
Trolling.
Yes. That's what I think as well. People are bored and dumb right now, and they want you to give them some attention. I almost had time to give him attention, but then I went to the kitchen. BKA, I am the MySpace maven.
Yeah.
And this is Here For a Podcast.
Make sure you guys are using our hashtag Here For It Hive, and follow us on the internet, hereforitpod.com, hereforitshop.com, and go to patreon.com/ Here For It Pod and sign up for our Patreon. Yeah, so icebreaker, sorry.
Our icebreaker this week is where would you want to go if you could go anywhere and the pandemic was over?
Somewhere with the white sands. You know, the queen love water. I love water. And the beach. Since the first time I went to the beach and cried, my eyes are like, oh my gosh, I made it to a fucking beach. Do
you remember where that beach was?
Between your thighs. You was overflowing, babe. You was so wet. Oh my god, you is so perfect. I've just
talk about soft tops.
I've just really loved beaches, so I want to go to one with the white sands. Like back in the day, Ludacris checked in one where it had the white sands, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to do that. And like the clear water where you can see those little things that you don't want touching you, like the jellyfish and all that. Like the little stuff just float that belongs in the water. Like I'm in your habitat, man. I'm gonna get my ass back up out of here.
You ain't seen no goddamn jellyfish.
I'm saying I see it on TV. That's what I'm saying. If I could go somewhere, where would I want to go? I want to go to one of the little classy beaches. Classy.
Yeah, that's okay.
Where they
So
sell
I'm gonna
coconut
agree.
water at the coconut and it's authentic for like $5-7. How much coconut costs? You know, they upselling because they got to pay rent due to Corona. So,
And that's why you gotta haggle with them. Be like, listen,
bruh, I got a $5,
I'm
and it's
gonna
American dollars.
I'm gonna agree. Dominican Republic is tugging so hard at my spirit that I might be willing to risk it all because shit. So I'm agreeing with what you're saying, but I'm just pinpointing exactly where I'm like, okay, my homeland is calling me. The homeland, and the cases there are extremely low. And I'm like, ooh, like people are literally walking around without masks and not dying.
That's
No, no, but they're like not dying. Like people are okay because it's an island and it was insulated away from everything that's been going on in the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So Dominican Republic has been calling me, and I'm not saying that if I land there, I won't come back. I'm just saying that
You ain't got to call for me. I ain't missing. I ain't missing.
I'm not missing. I didn't die. I'm just I'm going by my dead name now. I'm just support for this ghetto ass podcast comes from a couple awesome donors and beautiful people listening. Thank you guys so much for supporting us throughout everything that's going on. If you like this podcast to continue, please get over to our Patreon right now for at least $1 a month. You can support this podcast and keep us on air. There are not many other podcasts going on right now that
I know. I just realized today. I'm like, they ain't uploaded since the fucking damn pandemic.
Yes, there are a lot of podcasts that are not going on at all. And if you want to keep this podcast going, please get over to our Patreon and support us right now. It will be going towards a great cause, and we would greatly appreciate it. We have a lot to get to on this episode, so we've cut a couple things out. So I will get right to the nitty-gritty of the tepid topics. Last week we talked about gay relationships falling apart, and ironically, this week we see a straight relationship that seemingly got met together.
What? Who was it?
Issa and Lawrence's husband
Oh,
again.
girl. I thought you, because you know the internet been flaming these real life relationships. Okay. They was hunching on the couch. I was like, girl, I think it's in the contract that the booty has got to be shown.
And I am to the motherfucking K with it. I'm okay with it. Lawrence got a cute booty. And Lawrence's stroke, unmatched on television. Find me a better stroke on television. Find me one.
I don't think I can find one in my phone, but mine might be
on television. On television. Porn is different. This is professional.
All right, that well, girl. Some of the girls showing that booty hole for $8.
We're gonna get to at least one of those girls. I thought this last episode of Insecure was good. I'm sad to see it go because next week is going to be their season finale already, and I'm like, shit, it just started.
Yeah.
And you only giving us 30-minute episodes.
Mm-hmm. And stop asking for an hour. She told you it's a 30-minute comedy on HBO. That's what y'all are gonna get.
But the major takeaway that I got from the episode that I thought would be pertinent to this podcast is when Molly went to her therapist, and her therapist was getting her ass together about all these people being wrong in her life, allegedly being wrong in her life. Your daddy ain't shit. Your friend ain't shit. Your man ain't shit. Your other friend ain't shit.
The married man you cheating on with behind your friend back, and he the one ain't shit. Oh, okay, you don't want to accept your role in that.
Yeah, all these people ain't shit, but you the common denominator. And so the quote is from her therapist: "Do you want to be right or do you want to be in relationship?" And so I thought that was a pertinent topic for the podcast because it translates directly to gay relationships, gay courtship, gay friendship, because I see a lot of Mollies. I too have been Molly sometimes in my past. And I see a lot of Mollies in the community because we do focus on being right all the time and not realizing the give and take of
I love being right.
in,
It is to a fault, Lord Jesus. I love being right. As my Sagittarius friend, you like being right too. You don't like being wrong. We both strong headed.
It's not that I don't like being wrong. It's just it doesn't help much. As I molly this up. But this is not about me. This is about y'all. Trying to help
about
niggas,
y'all, honey.
Trying to help y'all niggas get together. The point that I'm making is I can see a lot of Molly in a lot of the gay community. A lot of the gay community focus so much on the point that they want to be right and forget that it's okay to be right and do a Real Housewives of Atlanta apology and be like, "Oh, girl, I'm sorry if I did this to you." Even if you know you're right in the back of your head, you can be right in the back of your head and give the best apology that you can give, because I know it's hard sometimes.
Yeah.
And save a relationship, a friendship, instead of just, "I'm right, fuck that bitch," because
no, she got an apology when she said no. She was thinking about the therapist asked, "So what could you have done different in the situation?" Then she looked around. Then she said, "No." She got to apologize, and then the therapist was like, "Well, girl, you didn't even give yourself enough time to calculate an answer to my question. You just calculated the damn response."
A bad one.
To shield yourself, yeah.
So, again, the point that I'm making for the audience is there might be a lot of Mollies out there, and y'all think y'all Issa right now.
Yeah, and then the situation with Nathan, when Issa was like, "Well, at least he don't disappear," then girl, be careful now because you about to poke the bear. Then he confessed that he went back to Houston because girl, he was dealing with some things, and then all of a sudden you egg on your face because oh wow, I'm so sorry. Oh, I didn't know that you were going through that. I apologize, I didn't see it. Well, see, if you had a stage show question as an ask instead of a read, because he was coming from a hurt place because he's interested in you and you just confessed to him what you confessed to him, and so he was hurt, so he did lash out. But girl, if you lash back out, does that help anything? No. But it's easier for us to see sitting.
I don't even think what he did was lashing out. I think he was adequately on her team by reading Lawrence. Because it's like from his vantage point, what he knows about Lawrence, he knows ain't that the nigga you cheated on? That's all he know.
5 years and you threw that down the drain. Oh, okay. Well, girl, that's all I know.
That's what she told him. Yeah, that's what she told him. So I don't even look at that as lashing out. Now, when she lashed back at him, that was lashing out.
Yes.
So to wrap that up, make sure that y'all ain't mollying your relationships and friendships up. Especially in times like this when you can use all the friendship and relationship that you can have in this strange ass motherfucking world. On another TV note, Legendary had another great episode this past week. If you're not watching Legendary on HBO Max, it is really the only Black LGBT content on TV right now that's new. I know some people was watching old shit. I rewatched Pose season 1 already because I was getting ready for season 2 to drop on Netflix. I think it's this weekend or next weekend.
11th.
Yeah, so this weekend. But I was like, okay, what else am I watch? So watch Legendary. This past week's episode, we finally got a guest judge that should have been a permanent judge from the fucking beginning.
Okay.
I have read Jamila Jameo from Sea to Shining Sea. I mispronounced her name on purpose.
Yep.
I just wanted that to be known so nobody thought that I didn't know who I was talking about. No, I know who I'm talking about. Jamila Jameo has no purpose of being there. Dominique Jackson, aka Electra, perfect. Absolutely perfect. I have no idea why she was not cast as a permanent judge instead of just a guest judge for one episode. She was absolutely perfect, and almost every other judge except her and Naomi should be chopped. And I love Megan Thee Stallion. I do. I love her so much. But she has nothing to contribute to the show. She's just like, oh, that's nice.
I liked it. I was entertained. She's either entertained or she not. And she's sitting there slouching in her chair, looking so
with her leg over. Yeah.
I'm just, okay. So are we going to talk about the argument?
Go. Yeah, you go.
Well, it was just really interesting to me because Electra was kind of looking like it still appeared as though she was looking for validation in some certain moments.
Up until the argument, because after the argument, she shut the fuck up and was like, you know what? I'm just here to get a check.
She said, I am an icon. No, the girl told her that she didn't think, Dominique said that she didn't think that something was pretty or something didn't go well. And then the person who was standing there, who signed up for them competition to be judged, she said, well, I don't think you're pretty or something like that. And then Dominique stood up and said, I am an icon. I am a legend. I am, me.
She said, I am ballroom and gave her hands. So,
hand performance.
Yes, hand performance. Not hands like punched her.
I was like, because you got to clarify. But
now, I'm also...
Okay, so then Law Roach was like, well, you know, she is a icon, but in this house, she's a guest. So I didn't know if Law was saying to respect her because she's a guest in their house, or if he was saying, well, girl, you a guest, go sit down in your chair, girl, be quiet. I think that's where he was going, but I was hoping Law Roach meant. But you know, Law Roach don't be, if you, whatever the shade is, that's what Law Roach meant.
Yes. So, yes.
And he was looking to Deshaun to tell her to sit down, which Deshaun did do. Where was Jamila Jameo then? Jamila Jameo couldn't calm that down.
Quiet as a church mouse because she knew she didn't have no place there.
She didn't have no place in that house.
She had no place there. And she's supposed to be a judge. So you're not even a guest of guests.
She ain't even got no authority in her own house, allegedly. Her own alleged house.
I think there was probably a lot cut out that we did not see.
It was choppy.
And I think Electra probably showed her ass, which she is entitled because she should be a judge on that show. And she should be judging ballroom. Cisgender women that pretend to be queer should not.
Write that down. It's going to be on the test.
Legendary with no legends does not make a legendary show.
Okay. Do you have any more notes on that?
No.
We're going to watch another week.
Because I could go left. But I'm not gonna. Cow. Next. Sad, but again, like I've been saying, unfortunately, I feel like I've been saying this for 2 months on this damn podcast. There are stories going on around the world that are important stories. Nobody is fucking talking about them. And if nobody will talk about these important stories, then we will here on Here For a Podcast. Ayana Dior is a trans woman. If you've been living under a rock, there have been massive protests and riots and everything going on in the streets of Minneapolis, Minnesota, because of all the shit going on in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and things of that nature.
Oh, this happened in
Diana Dior.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know where it happened. I thought it happened probably like in Atlanta or something. It was so many black people. I don't. When I think of Milwaukee, I don't think of all those black people.
Minneapolis.
Many. Okay.
Milwaukee's in Wisconsin.
Oh, sorry. Woo, geography. But okay. Now I'm telling. But even there, I still don't. I wouldn't have mentioned
Oh,
those.
yeah.
I just
The
still.
story
It's not
would be
one of
the
those
same.
places that I.
The story would be the same. Iana Dior, regardless of where it was, the story is the same. The consequences were the same. Amongst the riots and protests, Iana Dior was in a store. It looked like a gas station.
Yeah.
Couldn't really tell.
Hashtag convenient.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with convenience store. Iana Dior was attacked by 30 plus black people
Mostly men.
mostly men, during riots and protests about the death of a black person at the hands of the police. And here we are with 30 plus people attacking one transgender woman. Where is the Black Lives Matter in that? And then they yelled Black Lives Matter. They were still like doing the protests of Black Lives Matter after they jumped her and beat her. So that is why we say the conversation is not going to be real until y'all engage with all of black people. You cannot just mean black people that look like you. You cannot just mean black people that go to your church. You cannot just mean black straight people. You cannot just mean black people that are
Baptists. Black people that work third shift.
Related to you. You cannot just mean black poor people in your neighborhood. Black people has to include lesbians, gay people, bisexual people, transgender people, queer people, and the rest of the spectrum.
And black people with red hair.
Or it don't matter at all. Then don't say then don't. Say straight Black Lives Matter. Because if you don't mean all Black Lives Matter, and I hate to put all in there because
oh Lord,
the All Lives Matter girls
here we go
are busy. The All Lives Matter girls are real busy. But if you don't mean all Black Lives Matter, then you don't mean Black Lives Matter. You don't. Say what you mean. Because if you mean that it's just straight black people that look like you and those are the only lives that matter, say that. So I know where I stand with you. Because I'm not on that. That's not the page I'm on.
Very true. I mean, I don't even know what the circumstances were completely.
Nobody does yet.
But one theory I saw was that like allegedly she was parking the car outside and she hit somebody's car. She parked too close to it or something. That was one theory I saw, but I've not been able to substantiate any of those claims. But I'm just like, but even still, if a bitch hit your car, do you ask them what their insurance is? So
I don't. Again, that's the same thing with police brutality.
Yeah.
What is the escalation of force? Because we are all having a conversation of escalation of force right now when it comes to police brutality, but is the escalation of force when it comes to
shit in the hood,
trans people different? When you also don't have a badge and a gun? Because at least in the police argument, they have a badge and a gun. They're supposed to be quote unquote authority figures. Who are you? You just a nigga on the street rioting and protesting. Why do you get to dictate whether somebody lives and dies? Shouldn't you
hang it up?
Yeah, straight people did a lot of exhausting things this week, and I'm trying not to let them get at me. So I'm gonna move on to something gay. Grindr said it will remove the racial and ethnic filter from its popular gay dating app and social networking citing user feedback and commitment to the Black Lives Matter movement.
They got a racial filter. What's a racial? Oh, you talking about where only showed me white people. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like a Snapchat filter, but you mean a search filter. Okay.
Girl, you know exactly what they talking about.
Do the user feedback. Don't act like girl. So y'all just now checked the damn survey results. The survey results have been in the house.
Okay, before I get them too much, the quote from them is, "We will not be silent, and we will not be inactive." The company said in posts on social media this past Monday, "We will continue to fight racism on Grindr, both dialogue with our community and a zero tolerance policy for racism and hate speech on our platform. As a as part of this
What you
commitment
laughing
and
at their press release? Laughing at their press release?
trying to hold it together.
They have to pay a media professional for this.
As part of this commitment and based on your feedback, we have decided to remove the ethnicity filter from our next release." The full article is on Variety.com if you want to take a full peek at
Oh,
it.
they went to Variety.com. Bougie.
Because Grindr got money like that. Why I think this is funny is because Grindr has known that this was a problem for a long motherfucking time, a long periodically time.
Yep.
They have known that this was a problem. They have known that white people have literally got on this app and said, "You know what? Nigger.
What's the slur they use to Asians? They have an Asian slur, they have a black slur, and like they put it in their profile like openly.
Directly.
Yeah.
It's
Huh? Use your words.
because I want to fight.
Black Lives Matter. Well, all
like
Black Lives Matter, and the white ones, and the
Do white lives matter? I'm getting in trouble.
So shout out to Grindr for Equality. This is their
this is
mission.
not equality.
So they've been on this mission to be different for a long time, but Grindr for Equality has gotten nowhere. So when they say like, oh, they recently looked at user feedback, bitch, you have years of fucking user feedback. What are you talking about? Y'all just now looked at it in 2020, I guess, because Corona and y'all were all working from home. You had a little extra time to go through all the user feedback.
No, this happened on Monday.
This
is what I'm saying. So this happened on Monday. That was yesterday. From the day that we're recording this episode. That was yesterday. 2020.
Let me go on here. It's probably still on. I don't even use Grindr. It's on here, but I don't use it. So I don't even know if I'm signed in or whatever.
They're about to block you after this episode, trust me. I think it's pandering.
Ethnicity is still on here. Ethnicity is still on here. I thought they was taking it off. I guess they next update they didn't mean not right now. So get your last little bit of bullshit in. They did say in their next update.
Are you a premium user as well?
Not a Grindr now.
Okay, yeah, because I think when you got the coin,
okay,
you can afford to be
those extra filters,
and then you can have things that other people don't have. But that was their release yesterday, so maybe it's a rollout. They're gonna be rolling it out.
It's rollout.
I just thought it was hilarious because people have been telling Grindr for years that the cuck community is on here, the alt-right community is on here, the Ed Bucks is on here, and I am going to get there. Everyone has been telling Grindr for a long fucking time what it was about them setting racial and ethnic filters and allowing people to prey on certain communities on purpose. We've been telling them that for a long fucking time, and they decide in the middle of everything that's going on, look, we can do something. So
Go update it on the goddamn server, cause y'all putting out these press releases, but the girl on the server ain't. She was furloughed or something. She wasn't working today. It's still on there.
It was something. Or again, like I said, it's being rolled out is probably their answer right now.
Oh, they're slow to move. They're slow to act. Okay, that's what Grindr been doing. Less press releases, girl. Less press releases. More action. What Beyonce tell the girls? Be about that action.
So that's what had happened. That's what was said over there. I'm not here for it if you can't tell. Next, we've talked about this gentleman on this podcast probably 3 or 4 times. And I felt like it would be remiss of me to skip by this because we've said so many things about this porn star.
Say something positive sometimes.
I didn't say it was going to be positive. I didn't say that at all. I just felt
like a good news story. I'm like, oh yay!
No, I just felt like we've been talking about the Noir male girls for a while.
Oh, girl.
And this is just an update. Since we're in a different time period where Grindr is changing their filters to be more Black Lives Matter. We have Kente Cloth in the Congress. Max Connor is taking his black dick away from the white girls.
Oh, they done crossed him now. Oh. Justice for Max Connor. Mm-hmm.
He has seen the light, and it is not a pink hole.
That hole? That pink hole?
I'm gonna read his direct tweet. I feel like I failed my community. You think?
What?
No,
we gotta get through it. Come on, we can do it. We can do it. Come on.
I don't know if I can. I feel like I failed my community. What does Max Connor sound like? Am I gonna be able to do a Max Connor voice?
Do a Mr. Burns from the Simpsons.
I feel like I failed my community. No excuses. I am really sorry. I have canceled all my future studio work for the time being. I don't expect any of you to forgive me. I'm going to retract for a bit and re-strategize. But this shit has got to change. End tweet.
They must not have his cash on site, girl. That's probably all it is. But just like Jason Zhu said the same thing, and Jason Zhu still ended up having to go back to Chi Chi LaRue Productions and do his last 2 scenes. Jason Zhu wasn't excited about it, but I'm sure that Noir male contract, the same way they did Jason, I'm sure that contract is tight. Some of them marked holes ain't. So I hear him through you and then Family Guy voice. But I'll wait to see when he tweet the next 2 links of his damn performances, because I'm sure Chi Chi LaRue Studios ain't playing with his ass.
The thing about that is it's not just his professional work, it's his personal work. And I don't follow him. I just happen to see things because niggas that I do follow.
When it's a mess, the girls do retweet the mess.
Yeah. People, I will happen to see it on my timeline because some of the niggas that I follow are nasty, and they're like, and they do that kind of shit, and I'm like, oh, girl. Okay.
Huh.
But so that's how I know that it's not just his professional work where he's only fucking white boys and on the Noir male agenda. He does it at home.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody paying you at home to just be fucking white boys. You have the choice.
Mm-hmm.
And so now when some of these white boys are saying problematic things about black people and not supporting Black Lives Matter, now it's time for you to retract the dick and retract yourself from the internet.
Restructure and re-strategize. Girl, please.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess. So I guess it's like when he changed from being a bottom to a top.
And changed from being a twink to a muscle daddy. Hashtag scam.
Okay. That's the evolution. I mean, go off. And that is this week in Tepid Topics. Execute Ed Buck is still a
Execute
thing.
Ed Buck. Convict Ed Buck.
It's still a thing over here, even if again nobody else ain't talking about it, nobody else cares about the subject. It's still a thing over here, and I'm going to get into that in my Here For It.
Mm. Oh, okay. So, songs for our souls.
Yep.
So this morning, look, y'all let this. I hate when it goes like y'all let this song flop, but y'all did let this song flop. The baby, Megan Thee Stallion, and Ashanti, nasty. Y'all let that flop. And then so I was walking to work this morning. I was like, so
I blame the baby for that.
why did y'all let this flop? But it came out where people. It's a sexy song. People supposed to be having sex and put it on their sex playlist. But in the world of Corona, we was all locked in the house. So I mean, like, I don't need to listen to the baby and Megan Thee Stallion in order to turn myself on. I could just do what I'm gonna do.
No, a lot of them was still out there fucking. They could have still used the song. A lot of them was still fucking.
Oh, so somebody else's personal business. But yeah, yes. Because I was talking to Trey back in Memphis, and Trey was like, I work at the hospital and I be supposed to come around all the time, but I still need to get mine when I get off work. So I just only been fucking one little boy, but I've been needing to get this nut. I was like, well, you know, Trey, I'm not even gonna hold it against you because you are out here on the front lines. You are an essential worker for real. And if you gotta get that nut, you gotta get that nut.
You can get that nut by your goddamn self. That's an excuse.
But anyway, so why did y'all let the baby and Megan Thee Stallion featuring Ashanti flop? So that was I'm trying to justify it. So I went down this Ashanti rabbit hole the whole workday. I all of today. And so then Down For You came on while I was walking home. Ja Rule, the girl with the red hair, Ashanti doing
Charlie
the chorus.
Baltimore.
And I was like, wow, this song feels like summer. And then like right now in DC it's like 92, mostly sunny, humidity, all the way in your ass crack. I was like, wow, I really wish I could be like on a rooftop right now, sipping a light skin mimosa like Molly. And like really like enjoying summer. I really wish I could, but girl, no. Mm-mm. But I just enjoyed the walk home and the heat, and I came home and I listened to it like 2 or 3 more times. But Down For You by Ashanti featuring those other people.
Is that even her song? Is that
That's Ja
Ja
Rule
Rule
song
song?
featuring
That's
featuring
right.
Murder.
Oh, okay.
It's Ja Rule song, but for me, because I was in my Ashanti bag today, like Good, and The Way That I Love You, and yeah, like a lot of her newer stuff from the last 2 or 3 albums really got me. I know that she's got all those hits from the early 2000s, but her 2010 and up career, I was really feeling those songs, but ended up picking Down For You.
Who was the one where she scooted her pussy across the floor?
Justice for Ashanti. What's the song for yours?
Uh, the king of music to me is Prince Rogers Nelson. And you can debate me, you can fight me,
I'm
you
like,
can suck my,
what?
you can suck my dick if you don't think so, and that is fine. Y'all give that shit to Elvis. No. Michael Jackson, girl, we have questions. You know who I don't have questions about? Prince Rogers Nelson. I have no questions. Zero. This past week was his 62nd birthday. And so I thought it would be fitting that the song for my soul obviously would go to the king of music, Prince Rogers Nelson, and none of the other niggas that y'all have listed. I'm going to do this with a little gay swerve because he was singing the song to a woman, and I don't sing songs to women anymore. So I'm gonna do it with a little
flair,
pizzazz. This is for the niggas. Could you be the most beautiful nigga in the world? It's plain to see you're the reason that God made a boy. When the day turns into the last day of all time, I can say, I hope you are in these arms of mine. And when the night falls before the day, I will cry. I will cry tears of joy, because after you, all one can do is die.
Yikes.
Could you be? It's not. It's not as sad as you think it is.
Oh, okay.
Go listen to the song. It's a happy song. The song is "The Most Beautiful Girl in the World." He's singing the song to this girl and saying, "Listen, you are it. There is nothing. God made you. If God didn't do nothing else right, He made you." Prince Rogers Nelson made this in 1995. It is a hit list. It's like grits. If you have never heard the song, "The Most Beautiful Girl in the World," go listen to it. Go watch the video. The video. Prince was so pussy. Prince was so pussy in that goddamn video. Not that he's not pussy in every video, but in this particular one, he was pussy. The song is great. If you've never heard it in 2020, I know we have some youngins out there that may not have heard the full catalog of music, but it's a song for my soul. Go check it out if you've never heard it. If you have heard it, replay it because it's dope. And we're celebrating Prince. He would have been 62.
Okay, wow. That was deep and emotional and stuff.
Absolutely. I think you should do your here for it.
Okay, great.
I'm going
So
to
your friend Antonio Biaggi, who has spoke out against Beyonce, talking about some all her fans, any black girl could have been doing what Beyonce doing, and her fans is ghetto and they addicted to KFC and all of that. So just get the Beyonce shade out the way. Out the way.
I read her for that last year.
We always read her for that. Cool. So then this girl just announced Antonio Biaggi, adult porn star, is gearing up for a political run. The headline said. I was like, what kind of joke is this? Let me click on it anyway because I need this laugh. It's a pandemic. So it says Wilton Manors is known as the unofficial capital of queer life in South Florida. In 2018, the city elected an all LGBTQ city council, and census data shows that it has the highest per capita percentage of same-sex couples in the country after Provincetown, Massachusetts. Wow. Okay, the girl said, "Girl, okay, you got a little wealth. Put your wealth with mine. Come move over here. We're gonna build a whole gay space. We're gonna be those girls. We're gonna be like, girl. We're gonna create space and be the change you want to see in the world. An all LGBTQ city council." So y'all's friend Antonio Biaggi said, when asked what inspires him to do this, "I'm Puerto Rican, and when something feels right, we just do it." You just made that about yourself. What? What are you talking about? Okay, girl. So what's your platform? I think the city can be bigger than this. We need to make this more straight friendly. We need to be having bigger festivals and things outside of just gay pride. Excuse me? Excuse me. Do you know how much money I make per year? Do you know how much shit I had to move around? Literally, move my man, move my dog, move my adopted children from Malawi to come down here to make Wilton, what is it called? Wilton Manors, Florida, the second largest gay population outside of Provincetown, world. And you want to make it friendly for Karens and Rebeccas to come hang out? Get their asses out of here. They're not here. And you know why they're not? They're not welcome. So, first of all, the reason why you want to run is really selfish. You've been in the porns. You've been directing the porns. You're bored. Okay, great. Quit. Go sit down. Go check on your flowers in your garden. You live in Wilton Manors, girl. So you got enough money. Go sit down. Go do something. Become an investment banker or something. Go do something else. Go. No, you do not need to run for political office, Antonio Biaggi. And then in research for this story, it found out he was sued for $14 million because somebody called him by mistake on Facebook. The guy was thinking that it was some man named Antonio that he had just bought a gun from in Virginia. I was like, oh, Lord, some man in Virginia called Antonio Biaggi's phone, thinking that he was calling Antonio he just bought a gun from. And so the dude was like, oh, okay, sorry, wrong number, hung up the phone. Antonio Biaggi went and filed a report down to the man job down to the police department. It turns out this guy was a police officer. Antonio Biaggi filed a report saying that I think that you guys should know that your officer is like messaging and making phone calls to a gay porn star, trying to get the man fired from his job, and he filed a claim with the goddamn FBI, and then made tweets about it, and then so the man screenshotted the tweets and the Facebook post and sued Antonio Biaggi for $14 million. Called the man a nigger and everything outside of just a man who had the wrong number. He had the wrong Antonio on Facebook. Imagine how many fucking Antonios is on fucking Facebook.
You said gay porn star like that was like a special place.
Well, that's what he's. That's what he said in his claim. I'm not saying.
I know, but I mean, like, are you the sheriff? What do you mean? He had the nerve to call a gay porn star. Oh, you a gay porn star? What position in society makes you above reproach of getting a bad phone call?
On Facebook, first of all, if somebody call you and you don't know who they are on Facebook, you was addicted to the picture because he's a handsome black man, so you answered the phone. That's why you answered it. But then you saw that he didn't really want you and it wasn't about you, and you're, I'm Puerto Rican and what I feel I do. Girl, go sit down. The vote went the other way.
And before some girls get on that, I affirm sex workers. Just not that one.
Oh, we do affirm sex workers, yes, but not racist ones.
Nope. I affirm all forms of sex work. I don't give a fuck where you get your money and how you get your money and what you do to get your money.
I'm not here for it.
I'm never going to be here for that bitch. I don't give a fuck how big his dick is. I don't give a fuck. Does he have any other attribute?
I was going to say, and imagine that being your only attribute.
He just got a big ass dick. That's it. Do you know how many other big dicks are in the world? You don't have to watch that. And there's bigger dicks out there. It ain't even that motherfucking big. Well, I started on that hate train. Let me continue on down. Choo choo. I'm not here for it. Let me start there. I will read the article and then be colorful afterwards. The article is detailed on WeHoville.com. WeHoville, like West Hollywood.
Yeah.
Ed Buck in federal court. Ed Buck's Laurel Avenue apartment apparently is still empty and on the market. Who the fuck would want to live there? That's because the date of Ed Buck's trial on 2 federal charges of providing drugs, resulting in the death of 2 black men and 3 counts of distributing methamphetamine to young black men, once scheduled for November 2019. That's when it was originally scheduled. We were supposed to have seen this bitch in court November 2019. Then they moved it to August 4th, 2020. As of recording, this is June 2020, and they have yet moved it again to January 2021. California people.
Huh?
What are y'all confused about? What do y'all need 2 years to put this man in front of a court for? I have been extremely vocal about executing this man. I was originally about convicting this man, and then over a while I just came to the decision that he just needed to get the fuck on out of here. But I'm trying to figure out what the California judiciary is trying to say and or do here. He was supposed to be in front of a court in November 2019. And now you're saying we won't see him in front of a court until January 2021. How much of the case do you need to build for or against him? Because that's the only thing that I can really think about with this issue is they feel like if we wait long enough of you niggas will be quiet. Enough of you niggas will forget. And we can give him a slap on the wrist, throw a little Ed Buck.
Time served. No, y'all not gonna give him no damn time
served. Time served. Because he had been in jail since 2019 and he was a good little boy. And he just made some mistakes. California people, if y'all don't start the revolution and protest about this shit, be quiet. Be quiet about everything else. I don't want to hear shit. Listen, we can protest and riot about police brutality and about the rights of gay black men to live at the same time. But if you're not going to talk, but if you're not going to talk about these subjects, then don't say Black Lives Matter, because the 2 men that Ed Buck killed, those were black lives. So did they not matter? Or are we talking about just the black lives that look like you? Or just the black lives that are homosexual? Or just the black lives that don't do drugs? Or just the black lives that don't do sex work? Which black lives are y'all really trying to protect and protest and riot about? Because if you wanted to tear some shit up and burn some shit down about police brutality, you should be wanting to do the same thing because of the injustice for Jamel Moore. There is a serious injustice for them telling us that this trial was supposed to be in November 2019, which would have been just in time because we got all the fucking proof. We don't need no goddamn proof of what happened, who said what, who did what, who was dead, who had the drugs. They got the messages back and forth. They have eyewitnesses.
911 phone calls.
What are we waiting on till January 2021? Y'all waiting for Jesus Christ to come back first?
Ed Buck called 911 with the man strapped to his bed. What are you talking about?
I don't get it. And if y'all gonna call, so I saw a thread about this as well. Jamel Moore and Timothy Dean. Again, both names. We say their name here. If y'all gonna call Jamel Moore and Timothy Dean crackheads, call Ed Buck a crackhead.
Okay.
Ed Buck was a crackhead with him. Ed Buck was doing the drugs with them. He was doing the drugs and pushing the drugs out. He's more of a crackhead than anybody in this whole scenario. So I want to know who's protecting Ed Buck, because at this point, I've read the district attorney, Ms. Lacey, trash. Who else? Because this takes a lot of power and a lot of influence. Who is protecting Ed Buck? Ed Buck got to go. I'm absolutely motherfucking not here for it.
Really quickly, did we address on the Patreon Billy Porter's 16-minute video and the girls clipping out the minute and a half talking about his note to the black community? Because I definitely feel Billy Porter made a lot of valid statements. He was definitely saying like all Black Lives Matter. It has to include like you're saying that as it applies to Ed Buck, all Black lives have to matter. The trans lives, the gay lives, the sex workers, and Billy Porter himself has been fighting his whole Black ass life to be accepted as an actor, as a theater professional, as a Grammy. Well, he got almost all of them. He's almost an EGOT. He missed one. I mean, like, and so the struggles that has come with and overcome, and much of it is due to his sexuality. Some of it is due to the color of his skin. Like, what are your thoughts about what Billy Porter had to say this week?
Billy Porter was saying some of the same things that I'm saying right now, and I know who did the clipping. Sure. It was white people that wanted to evoke a response, and if you watch the whole 16-minute video, then you didn't get any of what they were trying to point out. But they wanted to cut certain points out and take them out of context for a purpose and for a reason. When Malcolm X called white people white devils, you know what? I thought that was very radical. I'm starting not to think that that's so radical anymore. I'm so sorry.
Especially now that there are known like Russian bots and things like that, and they're looking to cause confusion in America.
Do I believe all white people are white devils? No. But do I think that some white people be doing devilish shit? Hell yeah. Like, to target Billy Porter and say that Billy Porter don't believe in Black Lives Matter, what kind of devilish shit are you up to?
Scam.
What kind of devilish shit are you up to? You are up to something. It's not, it's not, it's not godly. What you
Scam.
doing? So shout out to the White Devils. They tried it. It is now time for our last call. This week, we didn't give y'all as much of other segments, but we gave y'all a lot of other topics that were near and dear to our heart that we wanted to talk to you guys about. And hopefully sometime soon we will get back to some of the other segments, but it is now time for our last call. If you are unfamiliar with the podcast, this is where we take a shot to our last topic of the evening. Make sure you pour yourself a shot. Here we go.
Woo.
Is yours great or is it okay?
Woo. Baby, it's flowing through my veins. That fireball will get you, child. My last call is to me. First of all, shout out. I'm back on YouTube. Check out the timelines. YouTube.com/Ronald Matters. That's going on. Plus, I am going to be joining the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill tomorrow via Zoom. Because you know, Rona, not getting on no planes. They're having a discussion about injectable prep. And they have summoned me to be in the room on the Zoom tomorrow. So I will post the link on my Instagram stories. And I will definitely tweet it out. And it's already on my Facebook. Oh, I need to post it on my RonaldMatters.com Facebook page. I'll do that as well. I want to post it on the social medias. So the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, their what is it? Their clinical trials division or something like that. It's got fancy words and titles and things. But we're going to be over there discussing injectable prep, the pros and cons. I was asked to play a little bit of devil's advocate. So, but I'm so for it. I'm just like, how am I supposed to play devil's advocate? Like, I'm for prep, but I guess I'm going to fail horribly. But we'll be there via Zoom.
Girl, was my phone cut off? Why didn't it call me?
So shout out. That's my last call.
Well,
Injectable prep. The conversation continues.
Congratulations! Shout out to you. Yeah, I think that is a necessary conversation that we definitely need to have more of and more research about.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully something fruitful comes out of that discussion, and something fruitful comes out of the trials as well. My last call is unlikely. I would not have seen this for myself as a last call for a while. My last call is to Amanda Seales.
Child, which way this finna go? Okay, let's see where it's finna go. Where is it going? Let me see. I'm gonna squint and I'm gonna look over there. Let me see. Where's it going?
You're about to be confused. Confusion.
Where's it going? Let me see. Come on.
Amanda Seales voluntarily leaves the Read and did not renew her contract.
The Real. Mm-hmm.
What I said?
The Read.
Oh, shit.
She voluntarily left The Real. She did not renew her contract. Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
The Real.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen, Amanda Seales has said some problematic shit. A lot of things. She's done some problematic things that I did not agree with. But this, I am 100% with her on. She was being told by producers to be less black affirming and more funny, and Mama packed her bags and skedaddled and got the fuck on out of there and was like, listen, this check is not cute enough for me to sacrifice my blackness, and if I gotta be less black to be on this show, then I'm not gonna be on this show. And I am 100% here for it. Mama said, you know what the real is? Fake. It's got to be fake because at this point, like, they have a whole panel of women of color. We'll just say that because some of them have color on their skin, but whiteness in their heart.
Mm.
You know who I'm talking about, so I don't even have to do that. And so she felt like if she had to be dumbed down or dim her blackness, then she didn't need that paycheck, and she was gonna get a paycheck elsewhere. She's done a couple video interviews talking about the subject and basically said that she felt comfortable enough where she did not have to extend this contract because of things that were said around her and them telling her, what she couldn't say on air. And then there was one of the last aired episodes of the season where she went left and was like crying and yelling about a black subject, and they edited the material for distribution and they didn't even put it on their page. Like, when they'll post the full episode to their YouTube channel.
You're like, this week's episode ain't 42 minutes like the other episodes be.
They didn't even post the whole episode because she had went so left about Black Lives Matter and police brutality and things like that.
Yeah.
And so after that, I guess that was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back, and she was like, "Girl, I don't have to sign this shit. I'm good." I don't know how much money Amanda Seales got in the bank, and I'm not trying to count her money, but it's long enough for her to let that shit go.
I mean, she's still on Insecure. That HBO check will pay her bills. I mean,
is she on Insecure? Is she on Insecure? When was the last time you saw her on Insecure?
The last time I saw you on there, last night.
I'm just saying, it's been 4 episodes of Insecure since we've seen Amanda Seales.
Yeah.
So, whatever check she's getting, again, I'm not trying to count Mama's money, but I'm absolutely here for her financial stability. I'm absolutely here for her blackness. Fuck The Real. It must be really, really fake. And that's why y'all trying to call it The Real. If somebody can't talk about blackness without y'all offending your white audience.
Yeah, because I know that when they were doing their press tour, when she got added, the little clip came out about, there must be some pettiness or some rivalry going on. And Amanda Seales was like, don't be trying to stir up no drama among women of color. We are The Real. We are a full panel. We are a full panel of girls. So, I'm sure that made executives mad because she was on the press tour acting up. And then I think the episode that you're referencing was they were sitting there doing The Real at home. Mm-hmm. And so then they were sitting there doing a fluff piece. And then Amanda just broke down. She said, y'all, I'm really crying right now. Y'all really want me to sit here and do this fluff piece? But online, there's a conversation being stirred up about a black man who was just murdered named Ahmaud Arbery. And I know we're supposed to be sitting here doing this fluff piece, but the world around us is bigger than this shit that we're sitting here talking about. And y'all want me to sit here and talk about this when we should be talking about Ahmaud Arbery and Black lives and the brutality and blah, blah, blah. She was really going through it in that clip. And that's why they brought her there. Because that's what Loni Love said. And when they were doing the press tour, back to the press tour, Loni Love said, we do a lot of fluff stuff, but we brought in Amanda because she has the capacity to handle the conversations around a lot of the more serious topics. That's why they brought her there. And that's also why they put her on the 6-month contract, probably, because they were like, we want to be real, but we don't know how real we want to get.
And that's how we found out, because they were like, listen, we don't want it to be that real. We don't want it to be that real. That's too real. We just want to be a little bit real,
But you want to put your whole left foot in and your right foot? We not ready.
No, we just still want to be fake real. There we go. That's it. Fake real.
So I mean, I'm with you. After I saw the video, because I don't watch The Real, so when I saw
don't either, but
them doing the fluff piece of her breaking down, I was like, you know what? As women of color, that's what your platform is there for. Y'all should be talking about what just happened to Ahmaud Arbery and how it's making all the rounds on Twitter and online. And they got y'all sitting here talking about, the Cosmo magazine, which zodiac sign will love you the most? Girl, I don't give a shit. Can I get them to love me while we just taking a jam jogging through my fucking community, trying to get my COVID weight off? That's what we should be being real about, and not about, on page 37 of Glamour magazine. No, I don't give a shit about that. Don't nobody give a shit about that. So I'm with you. That is a good last call. So Amanda Seales said, girl, the bag ain't worth the hassle. So I mean, yeah. I'm with you. I thought you was going somewhere else because Amanda Seals is still a very rocky road. It be some
Yeah,
humps and bumps.
yeah, we'll see. I mean, she might do something else in 2 months that I have to say something about, but right now, I'm absolutely here for it. I stand it. I hope that she makes great decisions in the future because sometimes she don't make all the greatest decisions. But this one was a great decision.
Yes.
Um, and fuck the real for it. And it just they just need to let the show go at this point because you had all this shit with Tamar, and now you allegedly got somebody quote unquote real to join the cast, and then they left. How real is this show anymore?
Because the name is so tainted. Like all the fights and it's so much behind the scenes drama. They just
Yeah.
need to recast, give it a new name, and do something.
Well, if you're gonna do all that, you just cancel the show and do something else.
Because word on the street is the first season of Living Single is the house from Family Matters, but season 2 they get their own house. So hopefully, if they revamp the real and get a new name and a new panel, they can still use the real set for season 1, but just on season 2, give it a new look.
Mm. Well, that is this week's episode of Here for a Podcast. Thank you guys so much. We hope that none of y'all unsubscribe because of we be saying shit, but we're gonna continue to say shit. So stay subscribed and you'll hear us in the future saying more shit. Thank you guys so much for getting over to our Patreon. Thank you guys for going over to Here for a Shop and getting your merch.
I was looking at adding hats because I'm like, I need a hat out here. This heat, I was like, I was gonna add a Here for a Shop, Here for a Podcast hat because I need one, and I know
I got
y'all
a
need one.
Yeah, I got a collection of hats. My hats are my wigs. I put a hat on. Like girls
Okay.
put wigs on to go to stores. I put hats on to go out.
Yeah, so I'm working on some merch. Merch coming soon. I sent some messages about some shot glasses again. Trying to find shot glasses. Trying to find a good vendor.
Yeah. So until I get a certified barber haircut, then hats are.
My name. My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters and of course RonaldMatters.com.
I am still the Superman TheeSupaman, the Black Dominican. We'll see you guys soon. The revolution will be televised. Take your prep. Stay out of trouble. Wear your mask. Bye.
Bye.